Hello, folks. I hope everyone's enjoying their Sunday. I'm having a blessed weekend so far. This is a quick vid, and the name of this is Bernie Sanders and Iowa. No BLM, as in Black Lives Matter. / Donald Trump attacks Jeb Bush and immigrants. I would like to say this time, whether we agree with, I know a lot of people call Bernie Sanders a socialist because some of his policies and what now he's bringing out a different type of voter. He's bringing out people that are tired of the same old political foolishness, career politicians promising everything and delivering nothing, just bigger paychecks for themselves with longer vacations. Like you take the Senate. John Boehner makes over $250,000 and he had 3 months off last year. This type of ridiculousness and foolishness. People, Americans are tired of it. They're tired of the race baiting, greedy, lying, conniving, full of crap politicians, which most of them are, because you can't believe a word a politician say. Remember, a lot of politicians are lawyers. Lawyers. So, this, like I said, this is a quick video. Let me just get right to the meat of the video, so to speak. Bernie Sanders' platform is Social Security, health care for all Americans, which we know that we're the only nation on earth, beside Obamacare, which we so sarcastically call, we are one of the only nations, major nations on earth, that does not supply health care to all its citizens, And because we have to remember that the United States is a consumer-based economy. Everything is for sale. And unfortunately, it's not designed for everybody to prosper. And I hate to say it, but just look at the politicians and the policy that they're. I'm not a Democrat or a Republican. I'm an American. A child of God, and I'm an American. But what I want to say is, and he's preaching what, basically that's what he is. He's preaching. He's out there for all Americans. And the last time I've said this in the last video, I was really attacked by it. Oh, he's not for everyday American. Look, I don't care who you are. I don't care what language you speak. Nobody can last or survive off $8 an hour. Why don't you go down to Walmart? And then people, white, black, all different nationalities and ethnic groups that are working for minimum wage. And a lot of those people aren't even getting 40 hours a week. And every one of those people are on some type of public assistance. If it's not food stamp, it's welfare or Section 8. And it's all different. I know just as many white people and Spanish as black that are on public assistance. So they're not doing the economy any good, because regardless of what these clowns are telling you, these so-called politicians, career politicians, we're the one that's footing the bill. So I give him much prop, and he wasn't interrupted by foolish, stupid, female Black Lives Matter group or crew, whatever these clowns were that were in. I didn't want to mention that in this, but like I said, regardless, I give him an ovation for the passion for the poor. I give him an ovation for wanting to see all people treated right, equality. I like that, because the house divided against itself will not stand. No, I'm not telling anybody to vote for it. I also agree with, let me tell you something. I like Rand Paul. Let me tell you something. A flat tax is perfect with me. That sounds excellent. And some of his policies sound excellent. Do you know, I'm going to tell you something. Also what Bernie Sanders is talking about. There's no way on earth you can pay $900 to $1,000 a month rent, making $8 an hour. It's impossible. And let me tell you something, in case you didn't. A lot of these people have college diplomas. They are just not hiring. Even the lawyers, and that's for a different video, have a lawsuit out. Yeah. Because all of these commercials, well, like I said, that's for another time. They're not hiring people. Even the lawyers are not being hired. So Bernie Sanders is out there. He's fighting for all Americans. And I give him much props. Like I said, you might not all agree with some of his policies. But like I said, he's out there for Social Security, health care for all Americans, minimum wage, the raising of the minimum wage. Now, I'm not saying $15, but it does need to be raised to a standard of living above the poverty level. So he's out there for the everyday working American. You know, and last time I said that, somebody got cursed out. But sent me left a ridiculous comment, and not anybody using profanity will be blocked because I won't tolerate stupidity. And now I'm going to switch to Donald Trump. Donald Trump, he got off the plane swinging. He said Jeb Bush is a puppet. He's owned, and he operates in the best interest of billionaires and big corporations. And when they want him to pass a law, all they're going to do is call the remembrance the $5 million that they gave him. And he said he refused it. He don't want any parts. Donald Trump said he is not a puppet, which I give Donald Trump much props. I wouldn't vote for him, but he's only saying what they're thinking outright. And his views on the immigrants, killers and rapists, I'm like this. I don't care what your ethnic background is, as long as you come into America the right way and obey the laws of America, I have no problem with it. I'm going to be honest with you. Everybody is, but the way Donald Trump attacks, and I mean a lot of what he says, some of what he says is true. But not everybody, just because they're an immigrant, is not a monster. But Donald Trump is Donald Trump. He's very interesting. But a lot of what he says is true. He's an amazing character just to watch and listen, you know. The things he said about Hillary Clinton, but he attacked Jeb Bush, and he's right. If it wasn't for his brother, who went over there looking for WMDs, we wouldn't be in such a mess like we're in now. All they had to do was go and take Bin Laden out like they could have did that years ago. And that's a fact. They upset the entire Middle East and started a civil. You know how many thousands upon thousands of people are dead on account of a lie? People, we need God like never before. And the United States is not the police force of the world. And yes, just like Bernie Sanders said, the middle class is being wiped out. Do you know since 2001, that same time, all right, Bush, 60,000 manufacturing plants have left the United States. There are millions upon millions of people that are unemployed that will never be employed again. And I've heard one person left a ridiculous statement, why don't you get a college degree? There's a lot of people we know right here that needs counseling because they have college degrees and people will not hire them. So America needs help. We have to stop following these career political clowns. But like I said, I'm not going to tell you who to vote for, but I give much props to Bernie Sanders. He has a passion. Now, Trump is just pure entertainment. And I like Ron Paul too. I literally do. How can America, supposed to be the moral giants of the universe, lock up more people than China? Really? There's something wrong with this picture. You commit the same crime as other people of color, black people and people of color, but some people are not getting as much time as blacks or people of color. And that's a fact. But anyway, that's a topic for another vid. But anyway, folks, watch the election. Leave your thought. What do you think about Bernie Sanders and Donald Trump? What do you think about these two? Clearly that Donald Trump is a character, but a lot of what he's saying is telling the truth. Do you know that in Washington it has been said that You got different ethnic group that pull somebody, a man off the street and sexually assaulted him. United States, oh gosh, we need help like never before. Pray, folks. Pray for our nation and our leaders. And please be careful who you're voting for. God bless.